Hey guys, and welcome to my Clone Army Customs unboxing video. I've never done any sort of unboxing video before, and I've also never ordered from Clone Army Customs, so I'm pretty excited about doing this opening for you guys. I've already gone through the liberties and opened the package for you. Ship first class, very nice. It came very quickly. Ordered it on the 4th, and I received it the 7th or the 8th, and so it was pretty quick. Um, but when I opened my package, and I assume this is how it goes for most orders, you will receive two things. You will receive the box with the contents of your order. Pretty simple. Yep. And then you will also receive a detailed list of everything that you ordered. All right. So now let's get into it. First up is Clone Commander Keller with two Starcore blasters. It's a pretty cool print overall. Commander Keller looks pretty nice. He came with the two pieces of fabric that you see him. He came with the cape and then the chest piece cloth. He has very nice 360-degree printing, and he just overall looks very solid figure. Really like the cloth that came with it. There could be some more to be desired. The official character has the cloth goes underneath his utility belt, but overall pretty solid figure. I ordered the pistols specifically because I don't have any like this, and I thought they looked pretty cool and they would be a nice addition to my collection. Overall, pretty solid figure, and he came with a black stud head, but there were other options as well as for any other character you order on Clone Army Customs. I believe there are head options as well as blaster options and cloth and helmet piece options. Overall, good figure. I really like him. All right, let's go on to the next figure. Now we have the Airborne Shadow Trooper with also two dual Starcore pistols. Um, He looks like he is the printing of the 5th Security Fleet, but it's put into a sort of a Shadow Trooper kind of mix, and it looks pretty cool. It's kind of bland printing on the shoulder here, but it's still nice detailed printing. No blotches or anything like that. Nice back printing, very basic, however. Um, the helmet looks good on the back as well, very basic there. I like this arm printing here. He's got similar to Commander Keller. He has these kind of belt things on him or on his top left shoulder. It looks really nice. And he also has these Fifth Fleet security markings throughout. You can see on his helmet, on his right leg, on his or his left leg, sorry, and his left chest plate, as well as on his left arm. There are a couple markings, as you see here, and then there's also some markings on his right arm here. Overall, pretty solid figure. I really dig the helmet visor, and I really like just the figure overall. There was also options to order him with cloth, but I decided against it because I thought I could make my own. Alright, let's move on to the next figure. Next up, we have the Wolfpack Stealth Trooper Phase 2. And it comes with the dual Starcore pistols, which I ordered just because I liked, and pretty solid figure. He's just essentially the standard Clone Army Customs Wolfpack printing, but inverted to this black color, and with light gray instead of dark gray. Um, for where the normal Wolfpack markings would be going. Pretty solid figure. I really like the printing overall. I like that left arm printing that you're seeing right here, right now. Looks really nice on that top left shoulder. Um, Overall, kind of basic just because the Wolfpack Trooper itself is a pretty basics. So when he converted it into the Stealth Trooper design, it kind of just followed suit. I really like the helmet. Um, Even though it's even the older Clone Army Custom style, I still really like it. I really like that red visor he has and the Wolfpack logo. It looks really nice. Overall, pretty solid figure. Alright, now from here on, I've just ordered helmets, and I will be putting them on figures that I've already owned, and just to show you what they look like. Alright, so here we have the what I believe is the 501st comms helmet. It looks pretty solid. Really like the design because it's pretty unique and not a lot of clone helmets out there that look like this. I like the blue printing on the sides, on like the kind of like ear muff sort of things that it has, where you would assume like headphones are on the inside of the helmet. I like the markings on the top of the helmet. Look very nice. Overall, nice figure. The visor on the front is a Phase 1 design, and I really like it, except one problem is that, here I will turn it for you so you can see it better. Actually, you cannot really see it too well from here. However, there is a slight mark on the top here that does not show well in the camera, but it is very much existent right above those four markings on his right ear. You can see there's a little mark there. A little disappointed with that quality control there, but you know, it is what it is. Still a very nice figure. Here we have the 501st Chatter helmet, and it looks very similar to the 501st Comms helmet, which I may actually even be getting them confused, but they both look terrific as you would expect from Clone Art Customs. This one does not have any blemish on it, which is very nice. Very glad that it was not the same case with this one. No blue markings on the sides for the ears, but it still looks great. I like the little blue color markings on the cheeks, and it also has a Phase 1 visor on it, and overall, very solid helmet. I really like it. This helmet here is the 5th Fleet Security Helmet, and it looks pretty nice. It's got the two blue markings on the top of the visor to signify it's the 5th Security, and other than that, it's a pretty basic airborne helmet. Nothing special on the back here. And on the front, we'll go back around. There's two blue markings kind of around the mouth area. But other than that, very simple helmet, but I really like it. Glad to have it in my collection. Next up, we have the Pilot Hawk helmet. Really like it. It's just like that standard Phase 2 design pilot helmet, but it's got some really nice markings on the front. We'll twist around to the back here. Very simple. Got two little gray indentations on the bottom and then the gray line across the top of the helmet. And circling back around, it's got the blue markings on the top with the red wings on either side of his face. And then down towards the mouth, you have two little blue, actually three blue notches on each side, which look very spectacular, and it has a couple black markings right underneath the visor, and blue does go around the entire visor. Overall, very nice helmet. Here we have the 501st Lieutenant helmet, which I absolutely love. It is really great, really unique, and I've been wanting this in my collection for a very long time now. It's just really cool looking. It's got these blue stripes all the way up and down, and then it goes right onto the visor, right over it, and then it has markings on the front near the ventilator section, I believe is what they were called, and they kind of are reminiscent of Commander Cody's helmet. Overall, this is an amazing helmet. I think everyone should have it. He just looks so cool. Next up is the Recon Heavy Arc helmet, and it looks pretty cool. I hadn't really thought about getting this one too much, but now that I have it, I really like it. It's got these blue markings up and down the sides, and instead of the gray line all around the back of the helmet on most clone helmets, it's actually blue, which looks pretty cool in my opinion. A little splotchy on the back, but you can't really see it on the camera, but it's alright. And I like the blue in the front there. It looks really awesome. I'm really glad to have this one now. Like, it's just something that you just wouldn't expect that you want, but it's really good. Next up is a very similar helmet. It is the realistic Republic style Recon 501st helmet, and it looks really cool. I really like how we changed up the design on these to make them more like the realistic style, and it just looks spectacular. I can't wait for more designs like this to come out for different legions or different battalions for the clones. Just a simple helmet with the blue stripe up and down the center, and then what people would expect typically from a recon helmet for a clone. Next up is the Republic Heavy 501st helmet. and it's very similar to another helmet I ordered, but I'm pretty sure this is the realistic heavy 500 First helmet, but I think it looks really cool. It's got gray things, kind of like Commander Bakara has on his own helmet, and on the cheeks as like reinforced armor. It's got that kind of back panel area here that's very unique to these kind of clones, or this kind of clone helmet. And then overall, very simple helmet, just a blue stripe up and down the center with like that phase two kind of design for the visor. Overall, solid helmet. Next up, like I said, a very similar helmet, but I believe this is the heavy blue assault helmet, and it's very cool. Instead of the gray along those cheek reinforced shielding, it actually has blue outlines there, which look very cool. And then on the top of the helmet, it's got two red dots and then a blue line going up across the back of the helmet. And on the back, not much detailing except for these two red dots here. Overall, I think this helmet is really cool. It's very unique, and I don't know what figure I'm going to put it on yet, but I know I will be able to add it into my army at some point. Here is the Recon Heavy Arc Shadow helmet, which is very similar to the normal Recon Heavy Arc helmet, except that it is in a black coloring with blue lines and a white visor. And I must say that white visor is very cool looking. Um, the black coloring on the helmet is pretty interesting. I don't know what clone body I'll be able to put this on. I think I'll figure it out, but it's pretty basic on the back, not much going on there. It's still a gray line along the back of the helmet. Um, and yeah, pretty similar to the one from before, but instead it is a black base helmet with a white visor, and then it has the same blue coloring along the helmet. Next up here, we have the ARF Advanced 500 First helmet, and I must say, I've been really looking forward to this because it was out of stock for the longest time, and I didn't want to pay a scalper's fee to try and get this from somewhere online, somewhere else. It looks really cool in the front. I really like the brown kind of cheek protectors. I initially didn't like these about these helmets, but something kind of stuck with me recently, and I just been dying to get one of these. Overall, very solid helmet with a blue line going up and down the center, like most 500 First helmets, all the way into the front of the helmet. Looks great. Next up is Captain Vaughn with a dark orange visor. Looks really cool. Really like it. You know, it's pretty basic. It's just like the kind of 332nd Ahsoka Trooper helmet, but then it's got the orange kind of reinforced plates on the top, kind of like Commander Cody has. Um, Overall, pretty cool figure. Remove the visor. Not much else there to see, but nice. Next up is the Earth Advanced Tiger Shark helmet based off the Munolith's 10 design. It's got a really cool mouth printing and eyepiece on the side here with blue stripes on the along the back and on the top as well, and kind of a jagged print. Overall, really nice helmet. Here we have the ARF Trauma Dark Blue helmet, which is really cool looking. I'm really glad that this was made. It's so unique, and like I had never even thought of it before. It's got so many intricate colors on it. It's got this red design along the bottom here, and then all these different blue lines on it. It looks so cool. Very nice helmet. Very nice. Next up is Commander Thorn with his helmet and a black visor. It's really cool. It's in that new realistic Republic design style, so it's really nice helmet fit. It looks really great, and I'm really glad to have it as part of my collection. Next up, we have the Realistic Republic Wolf Dark Gray helmet. I put this on a Commander Wolf body that I already had, which used the older style Clone Army Customs Commander Wolf helmet. And this helmet looks so much better than the original Clone Army Customs Wolfpack helmets, or at least the latest model besides this one. This one just has such a nice look to it, especially with the print detail and everything. Um, the mold of the helmet is just spectacular. It really makes it look like how it would look if Commander Wolf were in the movies. The printing is super solid. There's no blotches or anything like that. I really like the helmet. And then I put like a little black antenna on it just because that's what I had with my helmet. But overall, really solid helmet, and I'm really glad that I can put this on my Commander Wolf figure. Here we have the Phase 1 Pilot Tiger Shark helmet. And it's pretty cool overall. It's very unique. It uses the actual Phase 1 design for the pilot helmets that Lego has still yet to make, but um the printing is just awesome. It's so cool. It has that kind of like jagged edges on the top of the helmet, along that blue line. It's got two gray sorts of things on the back of the helmet. I'm not sure what they are specifically. And then on the front, you have two Republic logos, and you have blue on the cheekbones, the Phase 1 visor, and then you have that blue line across the top that's connecting it to the center blue line. Overall, really nice. Next up is the Pilot Yellow helmet, as referred to by Clone Army Customs, but it's essentially just like a Phase 1.5, Phase 2 clone pilot helmet. It's pretty basic on the back. It's got two little gray markings here, just like with the Hawk helmet. It's got the gray line across the back, and then on the front, it's just got a yellow line in the center going over the eyebrows, and you got two little black indentations on the center of the helmet, which you can see right above the visor. It's got two Republic logos on either side of the forehead region, and then it's got three black dots on each side of kind of like the center of it, but nothing around like kind of like the mouth area. Overall, though, I really like the figure. Sorry, the helmet. Really like this helmet. It looks really good on that figure. Just this typical Lego clone pilot torso. Really glad to have it. And for the final helmet, actually wrong. For the next helmet, we have the Airborne Purge helmet. And I just put it on top of the Shadow Airborne Trooper torso that I just got with this order, just because it goes pretty well with it. Pretty basic on the back here. It's just black with a dark gray stripe along the top of it, and on the side you got little ventilation um, shafts on both sides. Yep, both sides. Kind of hard to pick up on the camera, but they are there. Uh, the visor is dark red, which I think is really cool. And then it's got those two red things right near the two, like the red markings right near the mouth. And I think that looks really awesome. The helmet itself and cannon is pretty simple, and this helmet's also simple, but it looks really cool, and I love it. Now, for my final helmet, it is the ARF Advanced Shadow Trooper helmet, and I just put it on that same body I was just using for the Purge Trooper helmet, and it's pretty cool. It's very similar to the 500 First ARF Advanced helmet, but obviously it's got black as the main color choice instead of white, and then it's got like a kind of like a light gray in the center instead of that dark blue line you see on a 500 First Advanced ARF Trooper, and it's got a red visor. That's kind of hard to pick up on the camera because the like sun cover on the top kind of makes it darker underneath. But yeah, there's a red visor with a thin gray line on kind of like the nose ridge area, and then on either side it's got those reinforced dark gray kind of plating on either side. Overall, cool helmet, and I'm glad I have all these helmets in my collection now. And the last thing in my order was the Pre Vizsla cape. So I had lost my official Pre Vizsla cape, Mandalorian cape, but I had always wanted to get the one from Clone Army Customs, but never done it. And finally, I decided to do it. It's really good looking. I don't really know how well it compares to the Lego one, but I think it looks great. It does the purpose of what it needs to. He's got a cape on his side, and I think it looks terrific. And then obviously I just threw it on my pre-Vizsla figure. Nice figure. It's got you know it's got the dark saber, which I just put like a Ninjago samurai sword there, just because I think it looks a little more accurate than just like the typical lightsaber blade. Anyways, this has been my haul, and I'm really glad to have ordered from Clone Armor Customs, and I'm probably going to be doing again whenever the next sale is.